This morning, we're continuing our conversation around college students and the use of AI in the classroom. There's a growing mistrust among students and professors. Experts say that plagiarism cases are being replaced by AI cases, which are pretty difficult to prove. Ryan Clarkson is the managing partner and founder of the Clarkson law firm. He's here to talk about this complicated, it is a complicated issue. Thank you for being with us.
Glad to be here.
You just overheard our interview with the USC professor talking about the use of AI and putting it somewhat back on professors. What's your take on this?
I think that's right. I think it should be on universities and colleges and faculties and professors to be very clear about what's acceptable and what's not when it comes to AI use.
Well, and I was just talking to you because I think we've kind of gotten in this age now where AI is embedded in things. It's everywhere. You go to Google something, a reference comes up. Am I not supposed to look at that? Like, what are you seeing in terms of cases coming your way?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the cases out there are false accusations against students who are using these technologies because they've been implored by universities and industry and business to adopt these technologies or risk being left behind. But then when they apply the technologies, in many instances, they're being falsely accused. But it's largely due to the fact that there's no clear guidelines at the outset of a course. And oftentimes, the evidence being mounted against them by the accusing professor is nothing more than a report from an AI detection software that itself is prone to misuse, mistakes.
Well, and looking at some of this AI detection software, I think what's interesting is it'll flag articles and references and those types of things very quickly because that's what people are inputting back into the system, right? So how do these detectors work, and are there ways to make them better?
Well, I was on your show a few months ago talking about some of our big healthcare cases where we've got cases against the largest health insurance companies in the world, United, Humana, Cigna, who are applying AI technologies to make life and death decisions about who gets healthcare and who doesn't. It's been proven to be wrong over 90% of the times, 90% of the time when challenged on appeal. So we know that the AI tools are based on inaccurate data, incomplete data sets. They're prone to hallucination. And in the university context, it's no different. We're seeing big problems with the accuracy of these AI tools. So at a minimum, there has to be some corroborating evidence of cheating by the student.
Now, at the same time, I have gone in and I do asynchronous work because I'm in a master's program. And I do think college is different than high school and that type of thing. But I can tell the students who are using AI, there's things like M- is still in there. And if the program is telling you you can't use any AI and you're clearly seeing it show up, there are some cases here where we have to question what's happening.
Sure. I think that there's always going to be a small percentage of students who try to skirt the rules and are going to cheat. It's always been the case. I don't think that that's really what our concern is. What we're concerned about is creating a level playing field and clear rules and policies that the students whose default mode is to play by the rules and to be honorable and to be ethical, that they can do so. And that's really what we're after here.
What do you think those rules would look like?
Just maybe a conversation at the outset of every course with a professor, going through specific use cases about what is acceptable and what is not. And it could vary by course, frankly. It could vary by university. It probably will. But so long as the professors and the students can see eye to eye on what's acceptable and what's not, I think that's fine.
Well, and there are some I have some friends who are in MBA programs where they're being told, use the AI, use the AI. So we have a disconnect too, as you said, sometimes between universities and specific courses.
Yeah, that's right. AI is here. And it appears to be, as Professor Hannigan suggested, here to stay. We're not going to stop it unless we do it collectively as a society, but it appears to be here for a long time. So preparing young people for the world is an important part of that, I think.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here and providing your perspective. I think it's a fascinating one. Just to think about AI is now, people are being sued over the use of it, even though it's out of the bag. There's no bringing it back in, as you just said.
That's right. And just for the students out there that have been falsely accused, they are entitled to certain rights. In the public university context, they're covered by the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment. They get notice of the allegations, the evidence against them, some form of hearing, at least an informal hearing, and it also applies in the private context, but it's typically codified in the Student Code of Conduct or the Student Handbook, et cetera. So, you do have rights and protections available to you.
And I'm guessing people will be calling you today. Okay, thank you so
welcome the
much for
call.
being here. I
Thank you,
appreciate
Virginia.
it.